Hello. Welcome back to Bakkisin. Just let me have a quick check. Yeah, everything seems to be running. This is a test, and yeah, need to make sure I don't bump into anything. So many cameras set up right now. Just let me get into place. Yeah, I'm back in VR, as you can probably tell. And in the Bell 412 helicopter. And I've just installed FS Enhancer. I don't know if you can tell, but the clouds look a little bit different than the stock clouds, and there's seems to be some kind of haze stuff going on. So I'm just basically testing this to see how my performance is. Just let me take off. Yeah, this is the first flight of the day, so apologies if I'm a little bit unstable. So yeah, there seems to be some serious haze going on. I can barely see the mountains in the distance. But I suppose it looks pretty good, and the frames seem to be running stable at 36 frames per second, which is half of the refresh rate I'm running on my VR headset. I'm running 72 Hz on this Pimax 5K headset, and I'm getting pretty decent performance from X-Plane. I have basically everything set to max, except, you know, the anti-aliasing and stuff like that. And yeah, as you can I guess you can't see I have a FPS tool in my VR view here, so you can't see it, but I'm running getting FPS of about 36. Yeah, it's locked at 36, and GPU frame time of about 8 milliseconds and about between around 17 milliseconds on my CPU. So that's quite good. Yeah, so I just wanted to make this test video. I've been spending a couple of days, you know, setting this video stuff up and trying out different solutions and stuff like that. So let me know what you think of this kind of recording format, if it works. I've experimented a bit with if I should zoom in the VR view or not. Right now it's you know, native, you know, what you see in the view is, wow, this looks pretty good, like the shadows. That's pretty cool. Yeah, so the view is basically what I see. Maybe it's a bit, you know, given the aspect ratio, because like I actually have a larger field of view vertically than horizontally. Like in an individual eye, then you have to think about the fact that I have two eyes, and they have, you know, the right eye sees more to the right and the left eye sees more to the left, so there's still a in the headset it's still a wide screen view, but yeah. I'm wondering, like, there's a lot of haze going on, but I suppose that's alright. I just want to do a quick look. Hang on. Just want to do a quick look if there's something in the... Alright. It's a little bit of a... of a hassle with the VR headset, and I'm running, you know, separate headphones, so every time I take it off it's a little bit of a of a hassle. Just let me check what the... Yeah, so the visibility is quite low. Let me bump that up to 25 and see what happens. Maybe my FPS will look... Yeah, so that's a little bit better, I reckon. Yep, that's good. I mean, wow, the shadows in the FS Enhancer modification, it looks really, you know, really good. Okay. You know, the transition is so soft. It's... wow. And yeah, no worries with the FPS actually. It's... the FPS is good. What was I talking about? Yeah, so this is just a video test. I want to see if I can get, you know, all the cameras and the audio and stuff like that up to a satisfactory level. I mean, wow, look at this. I have Ortho scenery installed made by a guy called Lindemann for the New Zealand islands, and it's amazing. Like when you get up to about 3,000 feet like this in VR, it looks super convincing. And I've been doing some FS economy flights, and just sitting in the helicopter and watching the landscape change because of the ortho photos, it's that in itself is a quite it's a remarkable experience. I've had this headset for about a month. It's been very recently released. I was one of the first. I wasn't a Kickstarter backer, but I was a pre-order. So I got it among the first users, and I've been spending some time setting it up to get good performance and stuff like that. And I'm fairly happy with how it's running on X-Plane now. Yeah. I'm happy with everything. Like, it's taking some time to get X-Plane all the mods and airports and all of that stuff installed. But I mean, you really need to install all of that stuff to make X-Plane come alive, or like to extract the fullest experience from it. Yeah, so also why I wanted to do this test video is because I have a lot of ideas of what kind of videos I can make, but I don't really know what anyone is interested in. Like, I could talk more about the headset and stuff like that, or more about the Bell helicopter, or I can make videos of FS economy flights, where I just do the an A to B flight, basically. What else? Yeah, I can suppose I can do more like the videos I did in the past, you know, where I was trying to learn to fly a helicopter. I can do some of those, like just practicing approaches and you know, different scenarios of landing. That can be quite fun too. Yeah, I mean, feel free to drop any requests or suggestions on videos to make. I do own the Robinson R22 by Dreamfoil and the AS350 too, so those helicopters are also very rewarding to fly. Although I'm recently mostly flying the Bell 412 because of its autopilot features, which are really handy when you're doing FS economy flights, which I enjoy. Like especially in VR, and in this helicopter where the GPS is a bit off to the side like this, and you know, the resolution in the headset, I'm running 2150 plus times to 2550 per eye, so I mean it's a quite high resolution, and for all the gauges in front of me I see them pretty much no issues at all, you know, with the altimeter and vertical speed and the ground speed and all of that. That's fine, but the GPS to the side, I have to zoom in like this to read it, and it's much more what you say, it's a much more comfortable experience to be able to enable the autopilot to keep my sort of heading when I'm flying with the GPS and stuff like that in FS economy. Yeah, so I can go through that, because the autopilot in this aircraft is a little bit it has a bit of there are some you know, things you need to know about how the system works, because it's a little bit confusing, like why things aren't working in some scenarios and stuff like that. So there's a little bit of setting up and information to share about that. Yeah, and I mean, also flying helicopter in VR, it's just amazing, you know, to have everything in real life size and in 3D. It's, I mean, you can't really explain how different of an experience it is compared to flying to a monitor. It's a completely different, you know, thing to be able to control the aircraft from this kind of, from the, you know, the visual cues you get when you have everything in real life size and in 3D. It's so much easier to fly. You know, and you get a sense of how high you are and what speed you are at and stuff like that. A completely different level. It's so much more intuitive. I don't know if there's any other helipad around this airport. Let's see if we can find one and do some a little bit more aggressive approach maybe. You know, another thing with VR is that you can look around much better, you know, and you see things much more clearly. I mean, even though it's a little bit, it's not as super crisp as you can get it on a monitor, given that instead of, you know, a monitor, being this big in your view, now you have the screen stretch out all across your field of view. So of course it's not as super crisp as a monitor, but it's perfectly what do you say? It's sharp enough to be able to pick out things at a distance. At least in this, you know, new Pimax 5K headset. You know, I don't have any screen door effect to really complain about, or yeah, I'm flying like shit right now. Yeah. So I suppose this test has turned out good. I'm happy with the results. Yeah, I mean, I'm happy to make more specific videos about specific stuff in the future, if you have any ideas. Otherwise I might just end up making videos like this where I, you know, do an FS economy flight or something like that, and don't without really having a specific you know, topic in mind. Oh look, a helicopter friend. Should we go and annoy him? You can have so much fun with flying in VR like this, because it becomes so natural, like your inputs. Once you learn the helicopter, you know, then oh, he's going backwards. I'm his wingman. He's can pretend that it's an important person in that helicopter, and I'm carrying all the hired weapons. Aha, he's gonna turn around here, I think, and take off in the other direction. Yeah. Ooh. That was a little bit too an aggressive maneuver. Or maybe I'm the one I'm disturbing him, maybe. Oop. Sorry about that. But I mean, this is the cool thing about VR too, like... You can do things like this. And you know, like, if you're coming in, landing at some kind of close spot, then you can like sit up and look out over the nose and stuff like that. Yeah. Right. Oops. Yeah. Let's go back and do a military landing. I don't know if you can hear it. I have tactile transducers installed, which are, you know, based on the sound from the sim, and they're kind of transmitting the rumbling sound of the helicopters to my seat. And I also have a couple of more installed, but for sim racing. And that is, for VR, that is super cool. It increases the immersion a lot to have that sort of tactile feedback, even though it's just a, you know, the droning from an engine. It really puts you in the world of the sim on a on a much higher level. So let's put this video down. Alright, I think this will have to do for this video. I hope everything has worked and no camera has shut itself off and stuff like that. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. Feel free to leave any comments asking questions and stuff like that if you're interested.